Hello guys, this is Roy69501 and welcome. Well, the comic that gonna display is Rise of the Midnight Sun, and it is Ghost Rider issue number 28, part 1 of 6. Now check out this cover. Awesome, huh? I always like Ghost Riders. Ghost Rider used to be really big back in the 90s. It was so big that it got to a point where it got burned out. If that makes any sense. Just like Venom. I remember when Venom came out back in the 90s, you see Venom everywhere. Same thing with Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider was everywhere. Ghost Rider versus whoever the writers come up with. So it used to be really big back in the 90s. And then suddenly it runs out of fume. And the fire died. So I'm gonna give you my thoughts for book number 2 of Deadman, Dark Mansion of Forbidden Love. Now check out this cover of book number 2. Awesome cover. Now you see the lady on the cover, that's the one of the portrait. That is Adelia, the lady ghost. And we see the two protagonists stuck inside the portrait but on the mirror. And here we see Deadman with a quote that says, "I don't know what comes after death. Whether it's heaven or hell, or something in between, or reincarnation, or something in between. Nobody knows." Okay, to the story. Now, this continues just right where the first one's end. So we see Adelia and Deadman talking about what she will include, and also Deadman end up telling his story to Adelia because Adelia asked him what happened to him. So he told her how he died. So he asked her permission for him to get inside of her or her mind to see her memories, and he do that. And we get to learn finally the way that she died. She was stabbed to death. She was murdered. Looks like she was murdered maybe it was by her husband. We don't know so far, but we get to see the moment when her portrait was painted, when she was at church, when the mansion was being built, and the moment that she died. On this page over here. Those 5 panels tell you the whole story of Adelia, the ghost lady. And so far, according to the story, it looks like that Deadman and Adelia, they are kind of like falling to one another. Maybe I would not be surprised. Hey, it's comic book, anything's possible. So when she finds out, because she did not remember, actually she did not remember anything. When she learned that she was murdered, oh boy, she gets so pissed off. And he says, "Well, are you okay?" "No, I'm not okay." And what she says? "I'm angry." Look at that. And she's so pissed off. Not only that she's pissed off, it's a pissed off ghost also. So I don't know, I don't want to be, I mean, it's got to be kind of like one of those movies when a ghost gets pissed off and start knocking down everything, pictures, chairs, you name it. So maybe, I don't know. So when she learned that she got murdered, but they don't know by who. So they finally reach to. Now remember that the protagonist of the story, I didn't remember the name. Well, finally I know the name. Her name is Berenice. I know. So when they finally reach onto that room, the thing is that when the first issue ended, they end up kind of like in the dark place, and kind of like a different pocket in the universe of the dead or something. It's just kind of like, it's a dark place, and they return to the living world, to the mansion. So that's when they see Berenice. So Deadman feels like they've been inside that darkness for maybe a few hours. When they come to the living, well, Berenice is telling, oh, well, it's about time that you show up. It's been days. So he did not know. So for them that spent maybe a few hours, in our time it was days. So all that time she was looking through Adelia's chest, looking old letters and bills and whatever, trying to figure out what happened to her, to find out the mystery of why she got murdered and by who. So Adelia, she decides to continue investigating. While they are talking, suddenly like a gust of wind that moved everything, just went in and went out and knocked down Adelia, the ghost lady, including Deadman. So Berenice, she sees that, and then at that moment, Nathan, the writer, which happens to be her boyfriend, but she's in love with her friend when she arrived to the mansion. So he finally managed to finish his book, the last paragraph of his novel. So he's so happy, and he decides to do something, which I get that now in a few minutes. I forgot to mention in the first book that once that Berenice arrived to the mansion in the first book, she always listened to a voice, and the voice was always telling her, leave this house or you will die. If you stay, you will die. Leave, don't be here, you should not be here. So Berenice, she was always listening to that voice, but somehow she feels like, I'm not going to listen to those little voices. So to the main story. So they get knocked down. We see Nathan. Nathan is happy because he finally finished writing the book. So she decides that she's going to town. So she goes to town. She goes to the library and she begins to look for information. And then while she's there, she gets to read a newspaper that the moment that after she got married, she disappeared. Her husband left the mansion because he cannot take it, because it reminds her a lot to him. So he was heartbroken, so he cannot stay on the house anymore. So he left the mansion, leaving the mansion with 30 servants in the mansion. So on her way home, she decided to stop by to the antique shop of the town, which happens to be the guy that she's in love with. The thing is that this guy is non-binary. Non-binary is a person that, I don't want to sound like I'm insulting somebody, because that's not my, that's not my meaning, how I can explain it. Not binary. Non-binary is a person that is right in between, to be gay or not gay. He doesn't figure out yet where he's going to be standing. As close as I can answer that. So he doesn't know, but he's in love with her. Berenice and the guy, her friend, they are in love to one another, while the writer is in love with her. So it's kind of like the forbidden love. It's kind of like a love triangle with ghosts, kind of. So suddenly he give her a present to her, a vase that she broke. He managed to fix it, and they hug each other, and she got a vision that they were kissing. Shocking. So I guess she knows that finally her friend decides it's going to be not gay, as far as I know, according here, whatever. So she kind of like freaked out, she got afraid, and she leaves. And he took her home. When they finally got home, Nathan, the writer, when he gave her the good news, so I finished the book, you've been a lot of patient with me, what I've been writing all this month, and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to lose you, this and that. The thing is that he asked her to marry him. He bent the knee and asked her to marry her. While we see Deadman and Adelia floating above them. Haha. Check that out. So, he put the ring on her, and the same wind came in and knocked out everybody. And that wind happens to be the darkness. So all this time, all that wind that was coming through the house all the time, well, happens to be the darkness. And that darkness has nose, ears, eyes, hands, everything. The thing is that Nathan has been having a lot of headaches, which I think that Nathan has something to do with the darkness. That Nathan is connected to the darkness. So he's suffering a really strong headache, while Berenice, she goes into trance over here. She becomes kind of like a Walking Dead, kind of like that. And then we see, finally we see the voice is talking to her in a different language, which I do not understand. And we see, and this is the darkness. So the darkness is taking over everything over here. Oops, sorry about that. And the book and the story ends, your fate is dead. Darkness trying to choke Nathan, the writer. And that's the end of book number 2. Oh, well, what can I say? It was good, it was fun. Finally, I get to find out that the girl, Delia, the ghost lady, well, she was murdered. By who? Well, I don't know yet. I like that kind of like a mystery. I don't know, I guess that they should call Batman. Batman can solve that maybe in 2 pages with 3 panels. So, the mystery is resolved. She did not die of natural causes. She was murdered by knife, stabbed to death. What a slow way to die. I get to learn that Nathan, the writer, well, he's connected to the darkness. Also, some rooms of the house has kind of like a shield that doesn't let Deadman or Adelia, the ghost lady, to go through. So that's another mystery that I hope that they will resolve it in book number 3 if they decide to do it. I don't know. So each book has kind of like 2 comic books in one. So here is book number 2 with part 3 and part 4 and part 4. And it was a fun read. It was a fun read. It was really good. Maybe a little bit slow, but it was good. I really enjoyed this read. And I would give it 4 out of 5. Hey, what can I say? Having fun. The book is doing what's supposed to do, to entertain me. That's why we buy comic books. At least in my case, that's why I buy comic books. Besides to collect them, well, I want the comic book to entertain me with a good fantasy, non-real story. That's the whole point. I mean, if I want to read real story from real life situation, well, I can always read the newspaper or watch the news. You cannot get anything more real than that. Well, guys, this is it. I hope that you like this video. See you later. Bye.